Hello and welcome to Backstage with Gig Performer. My name is Brett Pontecorvo, and we are here on Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, chatting with folks who are using Gig Performer in awesome ways to power their live performances. We've chatted with friends who are doing massive amphitheaters. We've chatted with friends who are doing cover bands and touring with that, and really the full range from people who are using it to power their keyboard setups to people who are using it to power their live guitar rigs, front of house engineers, really covering the full range of live real time expression. And we're so happy to have you here with us today. If you are in the chat right now, I would love to hear from you. Do say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. We've got Nemanja on the line. Nemanja, thanks for being here. We've got Thomas Bishop from Oregon. Thank you so much for being here as well. We've got the Papu Orchestra. I wonder if it's just one person or if the whole orchestra is watching. Maybe it's a group viewing party today. Antonio Net, hello, welcome. Antonino, read that wrong. And from Oxford, we've got Malcolm Healy. Fabrizio, welcome. So happy to have you here. And just as a reminder, friends, as you're tuning in today, we have an exciting special guest coming on. If you have any questions at any point during the stream, myself or our special guest today, Alex, would be happy to answer those. We really want to make sure you have a full understanding of what we're talking about. And today, what are we talking about? Well, today on the Backstage stream, we have special guest Alex FAUST, who is the keyboardist and the band leader for an acoustic trio whose name has just slipped my mind. Acoustic Haven. There we go. It's come back. But he was visiting a few years, maybe 1 or 2 years back with a previous band called Subconscious. And we thought it'd be a great time to revisit his setup because this trio is actually completely powered by Gig Performer, from clicks and backing tracks to in-ear monitors, and really the whole gamut is powered by Gig Performer, and you could kind of see how everything is set up in these little videos here. But Alex has a really clearly laid out and robust setup that helps him and his trio to perform with confidence and create high-level, crystal clear, professional sound. So without further ado, I do want to welcome to today's Backstage episode, Alex. Oops, pressed the wrong button. It's always good. Welcome, Alex. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, man. I appreciate you being here. It's been too long.
Good to see you again, and thanks for having me again.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So before we get into all of the details of your rig, for folks who maybe didn't catch your interview about Subconscious, who are you and what do you do?
I'm a keyboardist for maybe about over 20 years now. Played in a lot of cover bands, and when I came to Gig Performer, I was working 3 years in the US in Tennessee. So I was my contract ended. I was going to all my keyboard stuff. Then there was we had 3 shows to play, so I was traveling back for my friend's birthday. He invited me and wanted to my band to play Subconscious. So, but I had nothing. So all my keyboards, my core Chronos, and my all the sounds are in the overseas container. And then I did a little search on the internet, and I found Gig Performer, and there were a lot of positive voices. And then I decided, hey, I buy me a MacBook, I buy Gig Performer, and I was able to recreate all the sounds in maybe 2 or 3 weeks after getting a little bit into the software.
Yep.
And so I traveled back with my notebook, and I just borrowed a stage piano, and I did 3 shows.
Wow. And what happened when your hardware finally arrived?
I sold my Kronos.
Oh, I love it. And you had said you rebuilt your sounds in 2 weeks, which could sound like a long time, but just for folks who maybe don't know, how many sounds did you actually recreate?
For that band, we played maybe 30 songs,
Yeah.
and some special synth sounds, maybe 15, 20.
Got it. I love it. So yeah, it is. It's possible to do a lot faster in that kind of makeup. I do have a comment here I want to bring on to the stream.
Hmm.
It says gig performer versus main stage, followed by the comment versus Camelot Pro. And I will just, I know we're doing this interview here, but if you go on our website, we actually have a comparison chart that explains really clearly what each of them does and does not do. So that is up to date and perhaps an unbiased way for you to really look and see this is what Gig Performer does, this is what it doesn't do. And since we are on the Gig Performer stream, I do feel like it's important to mention that our community is really active and super helpful. So if you are wanting to get started with Gig Performer, you can download a 14-day free trial and get involved in our community forums, and we will help you as problems arise. Just a bit of a diversion there. But Alex, you're now back in Germany and you're doing a totally different project. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, this came up by end of last year. So my friend Thomas, he's the guitar player for Acoustic Haven. We met in December for the first time, and then we were a little bit kind of tired to play in top 40 bands and always the same stuff, and
Yep.
a lot of rehearsals, a lot of changing musicians, so a lot of work to put in, and the gigs are not or the gig possibilities are not so good in this region.
Mhm.
So we decided, hey, let's meet and do some acoustic stuff.
Yeah.
And then we met and we played a couple of songs, and it went very well. And then his daughter came in. His daughter Sarah, she's the singer
Yep.
of Acoustic Haven. And then we were thinking about how do we do this? Is it just keyboard and guitar and vocals, or maybe we need some rhythm? Maybe we need a cajon player. Maybe we need a bass to get a little bit more full. And then we thought about, no, that's two more people. And what about the idea to create backing tracks that we have always like a tight structure that we can hang in, and we have a good timing, and it sounds a little bit more professional.
Yeah.
And that was the first idea. So, and then we came up, okay, I have Gig Performer using this since 2.5 years now.
Yep.
And then I tried to experience there's an audiophile player which can play like up to 8 tracks. So that would be a good player for the click tracks. Then we need a mixer that we decided for the XR18. That's perfect because we would also like to use the in-ear monitoring and stuff like that. Also, the XR18 has 18 channels, and every channel can be connected to Gig Performer very easily.
Yep.
So yeah, that was the first thing, and then we came up with maybe we can show the technical concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I also just want to point out as you're talking here, I've said this on many streams, but it was like once you developed this concept, then it became just a matter of, well, how do we support the concept? And all of the wires and the connections and everything we're looking at here just in this, technical usage is really just built to support the experience of people are coming to see an acoustic show. They want to hear some tracks and you want to feel like you're all playing together. And this is the structure that you built to support it.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like a wiring diagram of a PC or something, but it's not so complicated like it looks here.
Yep. Yeah, so what are we looking at? I can see the XR18 is in the middle there.
Yes.
I like your Gig Performer mock-up. It looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have only one keyboard, the Arturia, as you can see here. This is connected via USB to Gig Performer.
Yep.
And then all the green arrows, those are the USB audio connections from Gig Performer to the XR18.
Got it.
So those are kind of virtual cables, not real cables.
Yep.
And once that is set up, it's done. You don't have to wire anything. The
Mm,
only thing we have to wire are the two microphones, because Thomas is also singing
mhm.
background,
Yep.
the guitar, and also our in-ear monitorings.
Yep.
And so
Yeah.
when we show up for a gig, we maybe need like 25 minutes to get everything running.
Wow. That's great. So, what did you end up using? Your in-ear monitors are wireless or they're wired? Your receivers.
They're wired.
They're wired. Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
So then you just have like a pretty
it's
simple
cheaper.
boosting pad.
It's
Yeah.
because we are not moving across any stages.
Yep.
We decided to keep it
Mhm.
as simple as possible.
Yep. What's nice too when you have this kind of you're not moving all over the stage is there's less variables. When you're working with wireless in-ear
Right.
monitors, it's like you get the interference. Actually, the only reason I asked was because I see you have a Wi-Fi router at the top. What is that
That's
for
only
your
for
mixing
safety.
software?
Yeah, that's only for safety reasons, because I read a lot about the XR18 internal router.
Mm-hmm.
It's maybe not so reliable, so
Got
we
it.
have a very small traveling router.
Got it. Got it.
It's like the size of a cigarette box,
Wow. Okay.
but it works great.
Great. Yeah, and that's just for your mixing software? That's the only connection? Like so you can mix from the iPad?
Yeah, you can. I can mix the XR18 from the iPad, so I
Mhm.
can go around and do the leveling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we all three can use a mixing station on our phones
Got it.
to control the in-ear monitoring.
Got it.
So everybody has a personal mix.
Got it. Okay. Cool. So we could hang out here for a minute. Let's start with in-ears, which I assume we need to pop over to Gig Performer to understand. Do you have everybody's
Mhm.
audio running through Gig Performer? Or the audio is just running through the XR18 and they're mixing that way?
I didn't understand completely.
It's okay. It's okay. I guess my question is, like, do you have the vocals running through Gig Performer as well, or no?
No.
Okay.
Everything what is hardwired, like the vocals and the guitar, is only going through the XR18.
Got it. Got it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, let's just talk about a typical show. So you've gotten there, you're set up, 20 minutes in, everything is in
Mhm.
place. What is Soundcheck like for you?
Let me switch over to Gig Performer.
Yeah.
So this is our Soundcheck rack space.
Nice. Nice.
So yeah,
Okay.
a lot of knobs and widgets here.
Mm-hmm.
Before we start, we have to make a sound check. So maybe I start with the first rack space, just
Okay.
to everybody to understand how each and every song is working, because it's copy and paste. It's
Okay,
different
great.
songs, but this always the same rack space.
Okay, great.
So I have a player for the backing track. It's a stereo backing track.
Yep.
And I can explain this a little bit later,
Yep.
how we created this, and a channel for a click track. And you can see the XR18 inputs here.
Yep.
It's like four, it's click, 5, 6 is the backing, and 7, 8 is the VST, which is my piano I'm playing.
Yep.
And so for the soundcheck, we picked a couple of songs, and for me to be able to go around with the mixing app, I just created an additional track, which is called piano. You can't see it here because it's only wired or configured here.
Okay.
You can see those 6 songs here on the left side, the yellow markers.
Yep.
And if I start this, you can also hear the piano.
Yes.
And that piano track is like the same level I'm going to play. So I can just start this, and Thomas is playing guitar, Sarah is singing, and I can walk around hearing myself because I recorded it before. And so we go through maybe not all 6, maybe 2 or 3 songs, just maybe each and every song only 30 seconds to a minute, because everything is pre-configured, and that's the sound check.
Yeah,
Easy
that's
peasy.
brilliant. I love that because it really allows you to be two places at once.
Yeah, and we don't need an additional technician
Hmm.
because all the sounds, all the songs are like on the same level. So once we configure the levels, we're good to go
Yep.
for the whole show.
Yep. Did you so when you first got started, you mentioned you were just playing with Thomas.
Yes,
At that point, you were using no backing tracks. Is that true?
yes.
So
It was just a meeting.
got it.
Me with the piano, he with the guitar, and we picked like 3, 4, 5 songs and just
Got it.
tried how the feeling is together.
Yep. Yep. And so when you decided to incorporate backing tracks, I know there's a lot of different ways you can go, where there's like different karaoke sites where you can buy stems, or honestly, AI stem separation has gotten so powerful. That's another
Yes.
route you can go. What routes did you explore and where did you end up for your backing tracks?
Um, I was always very interested in working with Logic, and
Okay.
I thought that was a good idea to start now with
Yeah.
this band and create
Yes.
my own backing tracks. And so let me switch over to Logic, and it's also kind of simple. So you can see all the tracks on the left side. The
Yep.
audio is the original song, which is an MP3 file. We got it from YouTube or
Yep.
from somewhere else.
Yep. From a
And
reputable vendor.
so
Um,
I just put it here, and then I start to play the cajon on track 7, then the shaker, then I play bass, and I play everything on my keyboard. So there's no copy and paste or super perfect quantization.
yep.
I really play the shaker like for 4 minutes, or the
Wow.
cajon for 4 minutes with all breaks. And if I fail, I have to start over again.
Wow. And
But
what was your intention
that
in
keeps it a little. Sorry.
you were answering the question I didn't even ask. Keep going. Go ahead.
Okay. We thought that keeps it a little bit more natural and not so super perfect, and we don't need to pay somebody else to for maybe getting a 20 track playback, and we only need 2 tracks of that.
Yep. Absolutely. I always thought it was kind of funny, a lot of the situations I play in use backing tracks, and it always you have to skate a line between like, oh, there's two dudes on stage, but it sounds like there are 15, and
Hmm.
where's the iPod hiding, and who's playing, those recordings, versus like, oh, what's been added here actually matches the intention of the show. And it's I can see here from these tracks what you've placed in there still feels like acoustic, still feels like the intention of your show, and especially without the quantization. And is the demo video you sent us online?
Yes.
The so if folks who are watching, if you want to hear Acoustic Haven live, there is a video online of several of their songs. When you hear it with the backing tracks running, it still feels like some people on stage playing acoustic music. And it's cool for me, Alex, to hear that you were, even from the actual recording standpoint, that was your intention. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And believe it or not, so we had several gigs this summer,
mm-hmm.
and there were also some friends, some musicians, and some of them they didn't recognize that we are using backing tracks.
Mm-hmm.
They thought I'm playing everything.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, because of just how much is possible, right? uh,
Hmm.
it's really cool. Yeah, that's really awesome. I love that. So I'm also noticing though you have two channels of click. Is that
Yes.
true down at the
Yeah.
bottom? Why is that?
2 channels of click. That's it can also be a one, but let me go back. So if I start this song, you will hear 1 bar of shaker count in. There was this one,
Yep.
this little piece.
Mm-hmm.
And then later there's a cowbell because when we adding up more and more songs, and um, it was we have almost 40 songs, and we did this in maybe 7 or 8 rehearsals.
Wow.
And then, as you know, for the next time, the singer is maybe missing a solo or when the solo ends. So we decided to have click tracks, not only for count in, but also for, hey, now the singer has to start singing. So
Got it.
nobody hears it, only we have it on in ear, but it helps a lot.
Yes. Yeah, it helps so much. It helps so much. So that's right around bar 10. There's another cowbell sound. Is that right?
Yeah, that's a cowbell, just 4 times to count in, hey, singer, please start.
Yep. Absolutely. I love that. And it brings so much clarity, right? People watch you and you're just always together.
Yeah. And we
Which
have
is
also songs which are very quiet or which have like which are tied like Crazy von Gnarls Barclay. We're doing like a funk version, and then you really have to be on point to sound professional.
Not to mention that you guys are running with tracks, but your tracks are not segmented. So if you get off the track, that's it. It's done. Right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So
Then we
it's
have to rescue it.
yeah.
But we are doing good so far. So everything works. I mean, the cowbell. The cowbell is the main thing. If we are doing a new song and our singer's missing something, or guitar player, or myself, hey, let's add a cowbell there. Okay.
Yep. Yep. Perfect. I love it. So Logic, I mean, I would say probably every DAW does this, but once you make your tracks all manually, you
Yeah.
export this audio track by track, right?
It's not track by track. It's like for the click, I just mark those two,
Got
and
it.
then I'm exporting this, and then for the rest, I just mark everything everything
Aha.
else except the piano. So this is one track. This is the backing track, and those two are the click track. It's
Got
two
it.
MP3 files.
Got it. Okay. So then you also are mixing this before you bounce it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got an Excel chart with all the gain levels here to be sure that every song, every shaker has the same dB level, every bass and stuff like that.
Got it. Okay.
And I have to check this because sometimes you are getting louder after 10 songs because the bass was too quiet. But I have to keep it the same way for every song.
Yep. Absolutely. It makes sense. Okay, so this is what happens in Logic. Now let's talk about you've exported this. The backing tracks for you are foundational. How is that set up? What is your setup like? Maybe you could explain your front panels and then show us your wiring as well.
Yeah. So this is the rack space. In this case, is let's go to Dreams. I can't see it. And you can see the blue backing and the yellow click, and those are the file names for the MP3s,
Got it.
which are loaded into the audio file player. Changing to the wiring view.
Yep.
So this is the audio file player. It fits up to 8 tracks, but I only need the first 2.
Yep.
So this is how I do the routing. So output 1 and 2 is the backing track.
Mm-hmm.
Because we like to have it in stereo,
Mm-hmm.
and the click is only one channel in mono.
Got it.
It's going over output 3 here.
Got it.
And then you can define like a master track, and yeah,
Got it.
the second one is like the slave. And
So for users who don't know, can you show the drop down where you change those outputs? Yeah.
yeah,
So you can
right
assign
here.
that way however it is that you want it to go.
Right.
And then
And
it works the same way with the pins.
Pick a file here, the MP3 file.
Yep. Yep. Perfect. So, and you do this just one audio file player per rack space, so you have your songs nice and separated. And then it looks like this you're using Piano Tech 8.
Yes, this is my favorite piano.
Piano Tech is actually our partners. So if you guys like Alex's piano sound, we have a 10% discount for users of gigperformer. What is it that you like about Piano Tech, Alex?
It's mainly it sounds pretty good. It
Hmm.
sounds like nearly like a Nord piano,
Hmm.
which I think is a very good quality of piano sound.
Yeah.
And this is not sample based. This is like algorithm based. So it's a very low CPU resourcing using.
Yep. Yep. So it's not only does it sound very good, it also is very gentle with your computer. Like you're at 2%
Right.
CPU right now, and it looks like you have one of these in each rack space, basically. Is that true?
Yeah. I just
So,
decided to make one template and then copy it for each song, one rack space.
yep. I love that approach so much. I have some assumptions about why you did that, but why did you do that?
Because sometimes you see the transpose function on the right side.
Yep.
So there are maybe songs. I don't know if I can pick one right now.
No.
Crazy.
Yep.
So when we are practicing and I write my lead sheet and
Hmm.
everything is done. So then we come together and try the song, and then we maybe see, hey, we need this a little bit higher for our singer to be better
Hmm.
for her.
Hmm.
But I don't want to change all my sheets and
Right.
redo everything.
Right.
So I just transpose it there.
Got it. Got it. That's awesome. I always love. It sounds like you didn't. Maybe you. This also matters to you. I love the like muscle memory slash reliability of knowing everything is always in the same place. So if I'm like
Hmm.
going to reach for the play button, it's not in a different spot on every rack space. It's always in the same place, um, which
It
helps
is,
me.
but I normally at a live show, so I have my sheets on my iPad,
Yep.
and I just can go back and forth, and my iPad is sending program changes. So
Oh,
Dreams
beautiful.
is always number 7, starting over is always number 8, and so on. So I
Beautiful.
can just organize my the set list for each show on my iPad, and I don't have to do anything in Gig Performer.
I didn't know you were using that. What mobile? Oh, you actually did tell me this. You're using iRealBook. What
Unreal Book
Unreal Book?
is the app. Yeah,
That is an
you,
old app. That is a classic one.
it
Um.
is, but it works great. I'm
Yep.
using it since 2014.
Yep. Yep. I remember using that in college. Actually, that's
Okay.
that's crazy. Okay, so how are you connecting your iPad to your computer?
It's just plugging the USB in,
Okay,
and yeah, then you have to give every PDF sheet a program change number, and that's it. It's
got it.
pretty easy.
Got it. And how do you make sure that Gig Performer knows to listen for program changes?
Um, I have this global rec space here,
Okay,
and you can see the received program change numbers on the right side here in this yellow box
got it.
on the
Yep.
MIDI thing. And also I can check everything, like if my sustain pedal is working, my
Hmm.
modulation wheel gives me the Leslie, and I have a solo button. It's a knob on my Arturia.
Hmm.
If I press this, makes me 3 dB louder
Nice.
for that time.
Nice. We actually have a setting in Gig Performer that if you're using a widget to do a boost and you're a guitar player, it actually won't let you do it. I'm just kidding. We
Okay.
don't do that to guitar players. I'm I'm making a joke. I shouldn't joke about that. The guitar player is always
Yeah,
too
make
loud,
always sure
guys.
that
There's
that
the
goes
joke.
to 11. You know that story?
Yes. Yes.
It's one
but
louder.
but we do have a widget that goes to 11. So
I know. I recognize that. Was that
perfect.
the background to make it go to 11?
Yes, yes. Oh man,
Okay,
I love it.
that's funny.
Um so you have this MIDI section over there so you can verify if the connection is working.
Right.
Yep.
And
It
also I can pull up the like system functions like the MIDI monitor. So if I press
Yep.
something, or if I push my sustain pedal,
Yep.
so you can see everything
Yep.
what's going on here.
Yep. It's nice and it's color coded, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all set up. You've got your program change messages coming in from Unreal Book. Everything is exactly
Right.
the same. And how are you interfacing with your Arturia? Because you mentioned most of your controls you're doing from your keyboard. What are your mappings like?
I can't show my. I just use some knobs. So for like to trigger this one, I just press a button on my Arturia,
Okay.
and then it starts.
Yep.
Also, I can press another button for the solo, and then I can press another button to bring up the audio file player. I don't know if I need this, but
It's
I
there.
just yeah, I put it there,
Perfect.
and yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Let's talk about, you've got a lot of stuff in your global rack space on the front panel. What's going on in your global rack space in the wiring view?
Okay, let me go here. Okay, the sound looks a little bit weird because I had to put those output signals to where I wanted them to have in the Behringer.
Got it.
But at least, yeah, I only have the MIDI in. It's like Omni for my Arturia.
Yep.
So it's quite easy. And all the audios coming from the rack spaces, like the backing track, my VST, and by the way, this gain and balance, this is my solo thing.
Aha.
No,
Got it.
to switch it on and off. On means plus 3 dB.
Yep.
And then I think those two are the backing track, and this is the click track
Got
going
it.
through another audio mixer and then going to the XR18.
Got it. Got
And
it.
what I also have is the streaming audio file player, like here.
Aha.
And this is just. Let me go back to the other view.
Yep.
This is the music player down below here.
Yep.
And we are using this for like when we have a break time to play some music.
Got it.
I can just start a song here.
That's really nice. That's really nice. So that way, when you guys go on break, it's not like the awkward silence.
Right.
Yep.
And I did a little bit of EQing here. Let's go back to that's this thing, just to keep this a little bit sounding a little bit worse than our band sound is. Like less bass.
Yeah, got it. Got
we're
it.
always sounding better than the MP3s.
Got it. If you make it sound bad enough, they'll really want you to come back on.
Yeah.
I love it. And I see you have 2 piano techs in here, but they're not being used.
No, I forgot to delete them, but I don't.
Great.
Yeah, my first thought was to have one piano tech plugin in the global rack space.
Yep.
And then go from the single rack spaces, but I'm not sure if it's possible to forward MIDI because I need this transpose function.
Right.
And this is different for each song.
Right. I'm thinking about 400 different ways you could do that. Not actually, but
okay.
But you know, ultimately, the best way to do it is the way that works every time and makes sense to you. That's always the best way. So it makes sense that you did it this way. Okay, cool. When you start a show, you guys have a really cool way of getting everybody's attention.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that? I was like, I think this is brilliant.
It was for our first show. We thought, how can we get everybody's attention? And we have maybe 2 minutes to take place, to get everything in position to start. And then there was a famous game show in the German television in the early 70s called Dali Dali, which means like quick.
Okay.
And that's the sound. And everybody in Germany knows this.
Yes. I love it. It is too
Maybe
funny.
not the young ones.
Yes. Yep. And did you EQ this as well, or this doesn't have the EQ on it?
No, this goes straight through and a little bit
Got it.
less level than us.
Got it. Awesome. I love it. Well, I have some more questions for you, but folks who are watching, if you have any questions for Alex, please put them in the chat. We'd love to be able to answer them live. So let us know. I will be watching to make sure I see every comment, and we will do our best to answer all of your questions. So, Alex, when you play with a 3-piece,
Hmm.
you're all pretty important. No one can hide.
Right.
What is the rehearsal process like for you typically? And are you doing anything specifically to make sure everybody feels comfortable or, is extra prepared? What's the flow of a general rehearsal go?
I mean, we use exactly the same setup like we are playing live.
Okay.
So we are sitting in my small home office room.
Yep.
I have my keys here.
Mm-hmm.
The other two guys are sitting on my couch. So everybody got his in ear,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So we don't need a special room. Or we don't need to rent something, and it's just we not disturbing my wife watching TV.
Right. Absolutely. I love that it's the same setup. There's something to be said for you practice one way and you go to perform another way, and it feels like, what am I doing? But yeah, when you're using an in-ear system, the stage and the rehearsal feels very close together. When
Yeah.
you're trying to add new songs, what is your process for doing that?
Um, then I go back to Logic.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, we are planning to do Dreams, like I have opened here.
Yep.
So we just drag in the original file, as you can hear here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I starting adding all the other lanes, like let me go back here. Like playing the shaker.
Mm-hmm.
We go here. And the cajon. And the bass.
Yep.
And also I'm playing one piano track just for me to have it, and I don't need it for the backing tracks.
Yep. Yep. You got a great
So
mix. That even sounds good over the internet.
Cool.
So does this track then get sent out to Thomas and Sarah before you meet for rehearsal?
Yes. I'm normally I'm writing the lead sheets.
Okay.
And make one MP3 with everything, just
Yep.
For them to get prepared.
Yep.
Including the click track, so everything is in one MP3 file.
Yep.
So everybody can be prepared, and when we show up and starting rehearsals, we can do like 8 to 10 songs in maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yep. Yep.
Depends if we have to change, to transpose something or try again. Or
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And what is it like? You're playing with just a guitar player. Do you guys take any like special care to try and stay out of each other's way when you're playing, or are you arranging things, or how does that work when you're playing with a guitar player? I know the guy that I play with the most on guitar. Kind of know how to not play his part at this point, but I just wonder, are you guys doing anything specific to stay out of each other's lanes or make arrangements, or not so much?
Yeah, it's the arrangement.
Okay.
Sometimes we are playing at the same time, which is the case in this song. But I think piano is more like percussive.
Okay.
And he's like strumming,
Mm-hmm.
so that fits together. Or I have my part, he has his part, and it depends on the song.
Yep. Absolutely. It makes a ton of sense. I guess it also depends how you mix too, right? Like if you're mixing like the top end of the guitar, you get mostly the pick sound, right? Right. Or you could, obviously mix it with lower bass as well.
Yeah, we try to get a good EQ settings for that.
Yep. Yep. That makes a ton of sense. Here's another question before we wrap up. But friends, if you have any questions for Alex, do pop them in the chat. I can see from some of your images that you guys play outside, it seems like, often.
Yes.
So, do you do anything special to protect against weather? And how do you deal with the screen? Like, do you need to be able to see the screen when you're playing? Do you have a cover so you can see it?
Normally, I don't need to see gig performer. What
Awesome.
you can see right now,
Yep.
I only I only see my iPad with my lead sheet,
Okay.
and yeah, sometimes we need sunglasses or like
Yeah.
bass caps,
Mm-hmm.
but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And same for the other two guys.
Yep.
And if it's raining, either we have to stop the show or the venue has to make sure that we can play without getting wet.
Yeah. Right. So the iPad screen is bright enough if it's sunny out for you to see it.
Yes,
Okay.
that works great.
Awesome. It's really cool. I know I've had some shows where I'm like, I can't see my gear. Um, we've got one question coming in from Antonino Net. Do you use sync lyrics for the singer? I think
That's maybe a program to like to have like a karaoke thing going on in time. The song is going on.
maybe. Yeah, I read that as like, do you have scrolling lyrics?
No,
Okay.
we don't. We just have PDF lead sheets, and I always try to put everything on one page, which is not always possible.
Yep.
So max of 2 pages, and then we have to flip one time.
Yep.
But it's okay.
Yep.
And then but I also have if there's a cowbell coming up, sometimes there are some hints. Hey, think about cowbell
Right.
on
Yeah.
this here or here,
Yes.
just to remember it after we maybe didn't play for a couple of weeks.
Yep. Absolutely. It's always good to have some of those reminders on your charts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I asked this question to all folks who come on the backstage stream, but I'll ask this one to you as well, and maybe your answer will be different than the last time. We'll find out. If you had to give a new gig performer user one piece of advice to get started on gig performer on the right foot, what would you tell them?
For a new user, I would recommend that there are a lot of great YouTube tutorials on the internet, and I think there's also one starter video. I think it's done by you, if I remember right.
Could be.
I would start with looking those videos, get a little bit good feeling. What is gig performer? What is a rec space? What is a song? What is the wiring view?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There are so many great explanations.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Saticus wrote in, and I've been waiting for this the whole stream. I'm so glad someone else did it. More cowbell.
Okay.
It's good. Yeah, I think that's a
After
fantastic.
we covered the 11, then now we have the cowbell as well.
Exactly. We've hit them all, guys. We've hit them all. The videos are such a good place to start. And I do think it will help you very quickly see, first of all, that basically anything is possible. And second of all, how to easily implement the things that you're desiring to do. So for folks who maybe want to come see Acoustic Haven play, that maybe are in the area that you play in, how do they stay up to date with your upcoming shows?
The best way is to look at our Facebook page
Okay. Great.
for everything's coming up. And we also have a homepage like acoustic-haven.com.
Awesome. Awesome. And if
There are
folks want to
also
hear your
all the
music,
videos.
say that again. Or can you repeat that? Sorry, I cut you off.
We got also a bunch of videos on our home website.
Yes, that's what I was just about to ask about. So if folks are not in
Okay.
your area, you can indeed go onto the website and hear Acoustic Haven in action, which I definitely recommend. I think once you kind of know the under workings of how everything is set up, it's very cool to now go look and see, oh, the tracks are starting, oh, the click is starting, and you can really get a sense of what's going on in the in-ears and behind the scenes. So,
and by the way, Antonio is a friend of mine.
oh,
So he's
great.
playing in another cover band in my hometown here.
Yes.
And he's also he just told me, "Hey, great that you're doing this online episode. I'm thinking about to change to Gig Performer main stage or whatever. Maybe we can exchange a little bit."
I love
So
it.
he's playing, I think, a Yamaha montage
Yeah,
with his band right now.
I love it. Well, Antonino, we're glad that you're considering the switch. Come on over. It's good. Maybe you too can sell your montage. Or better yet, you can use Gig Performer and the montage. We actually have a great episode for folks who are wondering about that with Paul Gear, who goes into a good amount of detail about how and why he uses Gig Performer with VSTs and also uses his internal sounds. I don't even remember what keyboard he's using, if it was a Kronos or something else. But anyway,
Okay.
that's a great episode. So if you're going to start with Gig Performer, do check out that Paul Gear episode. It's a live stream, but it's well worth watching. He did a great job. All right. Well, friends, thank you all so much. Alex, thanks again for reaching out and for coming back on. I really appreciate it.
And thanks again for having me.
Yeah,
Anytime. I'm
I love
always
it.
glad to be here.
I love it. All right, friends, thank you all for watching. Thank you so much, Alex, and we'll see you all next time.